The human race is getting extinct. This is the video today. I really believe that the human race is getting extinct, and I believe that everybody watching this video, or 90% of everybody watching this video, believes that too, and they know it deep down in their soul that this is the last days of being a human. But this might take a long time of suffering for humans before they fully integrate with technology. One of the bases of this video is the fact that welfare is going to be one of the biggest businesses of the future, because most humans are weak thinkers, and they cannot think at incredible speeds that will be needed for you to think in. So the future that we're heading in requires you to acquire as much data as you can, analyze that data as much as you can, as fast as you can, and make decisions based on that data, which is what AI does. It gets data, analyzes it at incredible speeds, and gives you a solid understanding on that data, which is something that humans are praised about in comparisons to animals and stuff. You know, animals do one thing every day, they just act on instinct in a way, and humans think. Humans are able to get in a space, take in data, calculate that data, analyze that data, and then come out with a decision or an action using that data. But we are seeing AI doing that 1 billion times more than us, and every day this technology is growing. And if you somewhat have 1% smart in you, you acknowledge that in the future AI is going to be doing almost everything. Integrate AI with robotics, integrate AI with 3D printing, integrated with all of those things, sensors, IoT, all of those things. You can somewhat get a picture of the world we are going to. And one of the biggest things that is going to be eliminated from that world is labor force. Labor force is going to be extremely eliminated once AI is fully integrated into robotics, and the cost of buying robotics is cheap. I mean, why do I need to have brass smokes doing my garden? Like, why would I want that? Why would I want Sisbanbani being my domestic worker when I can get a robot that can do it 50 times better than her, 50 times better than him? So my core basis of this video is around the fact that human labor is going to be eliminated completely, and those people who are doing those jobs are going to fall into welfare. So one of the biggest things that's going to be active is welfare in a way. So if you are thinking, Guti, what business can you partake in, and you know that you're not a heavy thinker, you can't stay on top of the waters in these ages, I highly suggest that you start looking into government, you start looking into how to make tenders, you start looking into how do I get into the business of welfare, because welfare is going to be one of the biggest businesses of the future. That's just my assumption. I know that maybe it's like, but it's obvious, but I think some people don't actually take this in account, and are not actually conscious about this thing, that welfare is going to be the biggest business in the future. So welfare is going to be the biggest business in the future because the government is going to need help. It's not like the government is going to use AI, but they still going to need some help, and they still going to want to work with humans just to appear sort of human friendly in a way. So the biggest business is welfare. And then the second leg of this video is around the fact of you being comfortable in being a weak thinker. A weak thinker for me is somebody who is uncomfortable in thinking deep, in having deep thought, in having thought that even though there's obstacle in the thought, you can keep going. Even if you try to implement something and it fails, you are comfortable in thinking, how can I solve this? Okay, let me do this. It doesn't work. There's people who are extremely comfortable in thinking deep, and it's innately inside them to think deep. And I think those people, the deep thinkers, are gonna be the people who build the technologies using AI. They're gonna be people who are gonna build revolutionary 3D printing. They're gonna be people who are gonna build revolutionary robotics that enable people to fly from Joburg to Cape Town without a flight, with just wearing a suit and you just fly to the other town. Those people are gonna build those technologies, and when those people start competing, technology is gonna just it's gonna just increase at incredible rates, and the weak thinkers are gonna be crushed. It's gonna be sono, dog. It's gonna be sono. So CTA of the video, the call to action of the video, is for you to decide, to really be honest with your soul and decide, am I a weak thinker or am I a strong thinker? And don't be biased or don't feel weak and so just be honest with yourself. With me, I'm just comfortable not thinking deep. I'm just comfortable relaxing. And if you acknowledge that you are a weak thinker, just acknowledge that you're gonna be under welfare, and your kids are gonna be under welfare unless you teach them at a young age or expose them to information at a young age that enables them to be deep thinkers and to be strong thinkers. But if they're not, and if you're not, you're going to be under welfare. And if you are under welfare and you and your community are under welfare, at least know the business of welfare and maybe participate in welfare, in the business of welfare, instead of just being a receiver. You're getting grants. Why don't you probably do a business that is in the NGO space, help other people, have communication with the government, different communication. Everybody's line of communication with the government is complaining, seeking for more grants, but what if you can come up with a competitive edge? What if you can provide value to the government and be like, I'm from this community, I know this, I can provide this value into this welfare program. But I know I'm rambling and stuff, but main point of the video is that just try to also add value, even at the weakest, because humans are gonna be at their weakest. The same way we look at dogs that can do shit, the same way we look at insect, that's the same way AI is gonna look at us. And the more we build a relationship with AI and start somewhat thinking like it, we're gonna acknowledge that to be a human is rubbish, Joe. And some people are gonna afford the brain interfaces and stuff, and I know a lot of people are gonna get it because it's only logical to integrate yourself with technology and think at that rate. But for the people who can afford to get brain interfaces and all of that stuff, it's gonna be tough, Joe. It's gonna literally feel like you are a retard. It's gonna literally feel like you are an ant. So this is just a video, and I hope you get some knowledge from it.